I don't know about why that dang thing said it, live tomorrow. I don't know how that happened. It should have been it said today when I did it. Good old YouTube. Huh. Anyway, I just got out of the shower, guys. That's the problem. So just give me a couple more minutes and I'll be right here. I actually didn't think anybody would be here right off anyway, so I was allowing myself a couple extra minutes. But just give me a couple minutes, Ken. Good to see you, Ken. Velvet and Recon. I know you're driving, so no problem. I'll be right back. Just give me a couple more minutes and I'll be right back. All righty. Now I was fighting with UPS because they said they delivered a package to me today of something I needed for the camper, for the RV, and they delivered it to the wrong address, evidently, because I sure as hell didn't get it. And according to them, their proof is they handed it right to the man. Well, they certainly didn't hand it to me. So I've been having a fight with them. And I paid, the item was well over $100. So looks like I'm getting screwed out of over $100 because UPS left it out left it at the wrong house. And the people evidently aren't honest enough to contact anybody or get a hold of me or whatever. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, who's still here? Oh, Velvet's there? Yeah. Okay. Ken, you still here? Yeah. I mean, I've been waiting for that package for quite a while, and it's actually the waste dump that has to dump the RVs into that to dump it someplace else. And it's really ticking me off because I've been waiting for that thing for weeks now, coming from California, and they deliver it to the wrong damn address. And UPS has been coming here for over 50 years, and I can't believe they delivered it to someone else because our address is correct on it. Hi, Trinity. How are you, sweetie? Even the Postal Service delivered a small package for me today, and they got it right, but UPS evidently all of a sudden can't get it right. Changed drivers, I guess, so I guess they're idiots now. You got a job? Good. What'd you get? Where you getting a job at? Back at the Dollar General or Family Dollar? Oh, good. I think you mentioned that, so good. I'm glad you got back to work. I did get a haircut today. They give you more money? Well, that's good. Yeah. Full time. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. It's always good to get more money. once we get the shed up there and get it all fixed up and stuff, I'm definitely probably going to be looking at going to work online. You can make way more money and never leave home. There's a lot of options out there right now for working online at home. Crazy not to. And it's better for me with my health to be able to work right there at home. And Francis too. So I'm going to set up a desk in there for her so she can work in there too. There's all kinds of things you can do online. And they've really broadened the area for working online. In fact, Cindy that works here told me about a friend that has a to do with construction company through it's a big company where you acquire the permits and stuff and do all the paperwork they need to do the construction, which pays really good money. I mean, that's one of the options I already know of. Hey, Ken, you finally answered me. You must have walked off for a bit. There you go, Trinity. Good girl. Good girl. Yep. I finally got a haircut today. Rushing around all day. Still have back pain. So been hurting all day. But been trying to get some stuff done. Yeah, thank you, Trinity. Well, working at the dollar store is fine. It's money. And you can still work online and work for the dollar store because there's lots of places you can work online that only requires an hour or two a day. A lot of them you can pick your own hours. So, and you can probably make more money doing the online than the dollar store. But between the two of them, you make really good money. My last T-shirt. Got to do some laundry. Had to get the whip out. Get the wife getting the laundry done. No screen. What do you mean no screen, Ken? I don't know what you're talking about, Ken. No screen? I'm not. I mean, you got me lost there. Define what you mean by you. I thought you said no screen. Or you mean stream? What, today? I don't know what you're saying. No, it was a stream. No, I said there was a stream today. You put screen, so you lost me there. No, I said there was a stream today. I did say I'd see you all tomorrow. I guess you missed it. In fact, when I said good night to you, everybody, you never answered, so I guess you were gone. Yeah, I put one time at 40 minutes. I mean, at 10:40 because I knew I was going to be running late, and one time when it was showing 10:30, but somehow the date went back. I had one day, which it shouldn't have done that, but because usually the streaming software automatically picks today's date unless I change it. Some unknown reason it got changed. Don't know why. But yeah, I knew I was going to be a few minutes late because of I was printing out some pictures for Jennifer of her and her fiance, and I didn't realize it, but she sent them to me. I had to crop them and fix them and stuff, and then print them out. And plus, I wanted to take a shower before I got on, and so it made me late. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Velvet. Evidently, it said wrong date. Well, it's live now, so they can still still be able to see it's live because it would change it anyway, or it should. Today's the 11th. Maybe I need to change it over there on the YouTube studio. I'll do that, and it may make a difference. I don't know. I doubt it, but it might. Probably. Yep, it did show the wrong date. Little devil. All right, we got it fixed now. All right. It was YouTube being a clown. Oh, it doesn't want to change it. You can't change it because we're live right now. That's why. Doesn't matter. Don't think it's going to matter. Watch time has definitely gone down. Of course, me being down quite a few times has a lot to do with that. Huh. Go back to the channel. There we go. So you're in a bad traffic jam, huh? Recon? Ken, the camper's coming along slowly. I mean, we just, like I said, every time we fix something, we find something else that has to be fixed. So it's hard to make headway when every time you fix one thing, you got to fix something else. It's just been a real pain in the ass. Frankly, I'm just getting annoyed with it. But it's getting there. I mean, some of the things I want to get done like now keep getting put back on a back burner because of something other some other little thing. But eventually will get there, hopefully soon. And I think in a couple of days, Caitlin's coming over and Henry, her husband, and my wife put what's in the shed now, so I can get rid of a bunch of that stuff and get it out, so we can try to get it moved. And that'll be a big plus there, get it moved, so my son can renovate the inside of it. So we can go ahead and get it set up for the studio, and plus I want to get my tools moved into it. Okay, Recon, I'll tell her. I'm sure she appreciates any help she can get for sure. So I guess you're behind a bad accident, huh? Is there a lot of vehicles off the side of the road, or what's going on? Are they just the vehicles just sideways or something, so people can't get around them? As far as the date on this, it was probably my fault. I was probably going too fast, trying to get things set up before I went in the shower, and I was in a bit of a hurry, so I probably just didn't. I should have double checked the date. I'll have to be careful about that. I did get a part in today for the water heater. The second part that I needed finally, so I can work on that for the gas part. Still haven't got anywhere on the actual furnace. People go, well, why are you worried about the furnace now? Well, I'd rather worry about it now than when it's cold. That's the wrong time to worry about it. Better to fix it now so you know it's all working. But I think I figured out the water pump issue that's in the camper. The check valve in the water pump that needs to be, frankly, just push the dang thing in there because it's got a spring under it and clean it, basically. That's been stopping it from working. Although we have water because there's water coming through the main. But if you lose your power, then you don't have any water. So if you make sure you got the water pump working there, then we'll have water even if the power goes out because it runs on 12 volt. And then Jennifer and whoever else is around be coming over there to get some water for a coffee. Gotta make sure we got our coffee, Ken, right? See it? Got my name on this one. I've done pretty dang good. I think I've only had 2 cups of coffee today, probably. Maybe 2.5, 3 at the most. This is the third one, probably. And one of them I only drank like half, so it don't even count. Yeah, that GoFundMe has been doing all that well. In fact, my best friend, I thought he would actually put something there, but he hasn't yet. I don't know why. I'm going to have to ask him why. But I don't want to pressure him, make him feel guilty or nothing, but he's known Jennifer all his life, and he knew Tim too. So I think he could throw something in there. Oh, she's still having a rough time, and she will for a while, obviously. So, but she's holding together okay, you know. I think it helps with the babies there, distracts her some. Just like Velvet said, she's got to distract Timmy Jr. Get him doing other things, and like last night, he was online doing stuff to, distract himself. That's kind of what you got to do. It's the same when I lost my son Chris. I had to distract myself a lot, but I still think about him daily. I don't think the day goes by that I don't think about my son Chris. In fact, everywhere I go, I drive, I end up thinking about him usually because we rode motorcycles together. My son and I did too, a lot, along with Jennifer's fiance, Tim. He rode with us too a lot. I mean, we all went to Leesburg Biker Fest together a couple of times, and Cedar Key numerous times. Different other little towns, Alachua, High Springs, and McClinney, not McClinney, but Glen St. Mary towards Jacksonville. He went there a couple of times with me, 2 or 3 times. So, I haven't even rode yet. I know when I ride the bike, I'm going to really stir up some memories of riding with both of them. So I'm basically by myself now riding. It really doesn't make me want to ride very much. I miss riding, but not that much anymore because don't have anybody to ride with anymore. Let's see, it was showing we had 8 people. Now we're down to 6. I don't know where everybody's going or where everybody was, really. Hmm. I don't know, I haven't done a lag test. Let me do a little lag test and see. I probably am lagging by the looks. I got about a 6-second lag recon, so not too bad. I answered you, but I guess you didn't hear me. If you're referring to Jennifer, and I did comment on you that I would tell her about you donating Friday when you got paid. I guess you didn't hear me. Well, that's good. Definitely needs to get his bike license for that. Believe me, it was a really, you can ask Jennifer, it was really tough to get Tim to get his bike license. I had to basically tell Tim I would refuse to ride with him until he did. And that's what made Tim get his bike license. But he did it. There's no sense in not getting it. Get legal while you can, and it's a lot more enjoyable riding when you ain't got to worry about a cop stopping you and impounding your motorcycle, because they will impound your motorcycle if you get stopped without a bike license. Trinity, you still there, sweetie? Have you told Sierra to come get on here and see your grandpa? I don't know if Caitlin's coming on tonight or not. You're not far off, Recon. I just did a check on it. I'm only about 5 seconds behind. So it's probably you lagging. Oh, I see how it is. Her boyfriend's more important than their grandpa. Well, it just makes me so sad. I might cry. Yeah, I think it's you lagging, Recon. I did test it. I got about a 5 second delay. That's about normal. I know. That's why I was joking with you about it. Don't take me seriously, Trinity, all the time. I do like to joke with people. But I did my CT scan yesterday. Didn't get a call from the doctor today, but I might tomorrow. That's my only concern is they told me if my doctor calls me, then it's a problem. They usually call you within a week. So we'll find out soon. Of course, my doctor didn't really tell me what they were looking for, but the guy who doing the CT scan did. They're looking for leukemia, lung cancer, and any other kind of cancer that may be coming through my other organs into my lungs and whatever, and any other lung problems. So the guy that did the CT scan was a heck of a lot more clear about it than my own doctor was. Of course, I got a new doctor, and I can't understand her anyway, so I'm getting tired of getting these doctors that are Indian or Chinese or whatever, and I can't understand them. I've had to change doctors a couple of times now because of it. I keep telling them, get me a doctor that speaks English, real English, Southern English, country English, Yankee English. I don't care which, but these people with the accents, the Indians and the Chinese people and the Japanese that cannot speak clear English, I can't understand them. Not to mention I'm half deaf anyway, so that makes it even worse. But they don't listen to me. They just keep throwing somebody else at me. They haven't told me yet, Velvet. It's a big, deep secret until they decide to let me know what's going on. I already know I've got 4 different lung diseases. That's not a secret. It's just a matter of whether there's any cancer there or not, or leukemia or whatever. But I'm sure they'll let me know. And plus, I had to go and let them know. They had me keep track of my blood pressure for like the last couple of weeks, and it's been kind of high. So I had to drop that off to the nurse's station at the pod where my doctor is. They call them pods at the VA, like 4 pods, and that's where your doctors are in the different pods. So I had to drop that off, what my readings were for the last couple of weeks. Didn't really want to. I'm not really thrilled about being on blood pressure medicine, but mostly because I am the worst person on this earth to take medication. I really am. It's not that I'm really so much against it, it's just that I never remember. When I get up, there's always 10 things going on in my brain to do, and taking medicine is never one of them. Now, my wife, Frances, says she's gonna make sure I take it if they make me take high blood pressure medicine, but we'll see. So, and not only that, I really don't like taking medicine, to be truthful with you, I don't. I don't even like to take aspirin. I have to be in a lot of pain to take any pills or really sick. But that's where I've always been. I've been fortunate enough to, unlike Doc that comes in here who gets migraine and headaches all the time, I rarely have a headache. Rarely. And it's so rare that if I get a bad headache, if it's a mild one, I don't bother with it. It'll usually go away, but it's usually because I didn't eat most of the time. And some of you may be that way too. If you don't eat, you get a headache. It's a natural body reaction. It's telling you you're hungry. So eat something. That's what I do. I eat and the headache goes away. But if that's not it, I take so little medicine that I can actually take an aspirin or a couple of aspirin, ibuprofen or whatever, if I have a more serious headache, and it'll go away. So they actually work. I know people, including my own kids, they'll eat 4 or 5 aspirin at a time or more. And it still don't help because they're immune to them. Because they use them way too much. Too many people are so dependent on aspirin and pills that they don't help. They don't do you any damn good at all. If you take stuff when you really need it, it usually helps you. I mean, I understand there's some people that have to take certain medicine every day. The blood pressure is probably one of them, in that category. Or say you're on insulin. Well, if you're on insulin, you're a diabetic, you gotta do it every day. You know, depending on what your sugar count is, but normally you're taking something every day, whether it's pills or a shot or whatever. Certain things you do have to take every day. But I think there's some things that you don't need every day. I'm beginning to feel like I'm talking to myself. Nobody's saying much at all. Kenny, you still with us? Recon still at the accident, probably. You get through that accident yet, Recon? Trinity, when do you start back at the dollar store? Is it this week or next week? Okay, Ken's there. Yeah, I know you've been talking Velvet. Yeah, I know you have. Last night we had like 10 people here. 3 or 4 of them weren't saying anything, I think, but I don't know who they were. Drinking chocolate milk. Yeah, I like chocolate milk too. Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. You can do a background check by going to the police department and get one done, but unless they mean a background check for work history, but we know how the Brooke thing is, that's for sure. Well, I never figured out, Ken, last night if we had some trolls or not. I think we probably had at least that one because you saw the guy, he did a thumbs down, but when he left, he put it back as a thumbs up. I don't know if that was a troll or what it was. Yeah, I'm sure it won't take long to get that background done, Trinity. With computers nowadays and everything, it don't take long. In some of them stores, they say they're doing a background and they just review your application and sometimes they just push them through anyway. Whatever. Unless they see some reason not to believe it. Yeah, I think Recon and Doc were talking about the trolls the other day, Ken. You were here, I think. Everybody's been getting slammed with trolls bad lately, except us. I think we're one of the few channels that are live every day that don't get slammed with trolls every day. Very rarely. Nothing really. There was like 10 people on last night, Recon, but we 3 or 4, at least 3 of them weren't saying nothing at all. So we didn't know if maybe one of them was a troll because somebody put a thumbs down, but when they left, they changed it to a thumbs up. So we don't know if that was a troll or not, or the other ones. They never said nothing. Of course, other people have been here, including Jennifer, in the past that didn't say anything. Yeah, that's true, Ken. We all depend on the computers a lot. Minnie's even been in here without saying anything for a long time. You never know who it could be. Unfortunately, I know even somebody that runs the channel, they can't see who has been in there unless they actually talk or type something. So it could have been anybody. Brad could have been in here. Anybody that we knew in the past, 58C Brock or whoever, or Matt, or who knows? Could have been in here, just not said nothing. That could be. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. The number actually went up to 10, went down, and went back up. And, of course, YouTube does a lot of that by itself, but it could have been people coming in and out. I don't know. And Lisa, she's been coming in fairly regular, but she didn't come on last night. I thought she might jump in today, but she hasn't. I'm over there in the Caribbean. She probably didn't get the right notice like everybody else, so she didn't catch it most likely, or recheck it. I'm just still annoyed with UPS. I just cannot believe they would drop my package at somebody else's house. My address is very, very plainly, very clear. If they had a brain in their heads and actually read the address, there's just no way in hell they could have dropped that package off at somebody else's house. It's just stupid. I'm just really annoyed about that because they've been coming here for 50 years. And I'm pretty sure as a new driver, young guy, and probably an idiot because he's already put the packages in the wrong places and stuff. So wouldn't surprise me a bit. But we've been getting some packages fairly often lately. So you'd think that he would know by now, doing the same route, who I was and the address. Doesn't make sense. Actually, the question that we really need to ask Recon is, you ready for it? How many catfish did you and your son catch last night, when you missed the live stream? That's what we want to know. How many catfish did you catch? Because we haven't heard anything about that fishing trip at all. I'm beginning to think maybe the catfish skunked you guys. Ken, it is just about impossible to talk to a live person at UPS. I've tried. I've tried over and over again. They want you to get online and they want to get you into the claims department. You got to sign up for it, all kinds of bullshit, just to let them know that your package was not delivered. It is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Recon, that's pretty ridiculous to get a scratch coin and then have to wait a month to get it. Absolutely ridiculous. Probably tomorrow at some point, I'll probably have to try to make some more calls and try to get a hold of somebody that can actually do something on the phone. Because I don't give a rat's, I don't care about getting on to claims crap online. What if people don't have a computer? They're going to go out and buy a computer so they can get onto the claims department. That's bullcrap. They've got to be able to handle it over the phone too. Got to. It's absolutely ridiculous. A lot of old people now still don't have computers. They don't want them. They're not getting one, and they're not going to deal with that crap. All right, you got enough for a fish fry, huh? The Chino cats, huh? So how much did the big Chino cats weigh? There's Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. You been in here sandbagging, listening? You little sneak, you. Or did you just get off work? Nothing big? Well, usually when somebody said they got channel cat, that's usually a monster fish. Now I'm depressed. I was waiting for you to tell me it was like a 20 or 30 pound, channel cat. But no, nothing big. Hardly got your bait back. I bet he did, Velvet. I thought you had a computer. Do you have the internet there for the computers to hook on to, Velvet? Or are you just using your phone internet? Because if you don't have actual internet there, the computers are basically worthless anyway. Well, I thought you had a computer there already. It kind of works. Well, it's supposed to either work or not. Hotspots are worthless on a home computer. They're worthless. They just ain't worth a hoot. Gotta get real DSL or something. I'm angry, Caitlin. That's how I am. I'm very angry tonight. Probably gonna have to reinstall Windows, Velvet. You know what you need to check? The time. Check the time on it, Velvet. Go into your CMOS and tell Timmy to go in CMOS and check the time. Usually, that is an indication that the time is wrong. If the time is wrong, it'll keep shutting down. It could be that simple. It could be the little battery, this little battery that goes on the motherboard that keeps the time. It could be dead. If it is, let me know. I have some. Well, I thought you was on your phone on my stream. Caitlin, I'm just mad because UPS delivered my package today. The thing I needed from my camper where you put the waste material in, big tank, and they left it at somebody else's house, saying that they delivered it here, and they did not deliver it here. They delivered it to somebody else, and it's way over $100, which means I'm out that much money because nobody's being honest and turning it in, or calling UPS and saying this ain't my package. So I'm very ticked off about it because UPS has been coming here for 50 years. They should know better. And I checked the address I sent it to, and it's the correct address. So the UPS driver is a freaking idiot. Simple as that. They have GPSs nowadays. There is no excuse for him to drop my package at somebody else's house. None whatsoever. None. So I can only hope that the person will be honest enough to call in and tell them they got somebody else's package. And I would think if it was one of my neighbors, they would tell me. Who knows? They may just decide to keep them, depending on which neighbor it is. I got one neighbor that's liable to just keep it and sell it at my expense. I don't know if there's a signature required or not. I never saw it, so I could know whether it was required or not. But I bought it off eBay, so I've already told the guy on eBay I didn't receive it with a company, and it says it was delivered. It was not delivered. I did not receive it. I'm waiting to hear back from them too. And if that don't do it, then I'm gonna go. I use PayPal, so then I go to PayPal, and then I'll put a dispute in with PayPal. Which will take another couple months to get my money back, most likely. But I've been really waiting for that because I wanted to flush that system out. So now I gotta wait even longer. I mean, I've already waited weeks now for it. Now I gotta wait weeks again to reorder one. It's just frustrating. No. No, you have to pay in advance. You always pay in advance on eBay. Always. People won't send it to you until they get their money. I have disputed things on eBay before. A couple times. I got my money back. I bought a whole collection of discs from a guy a long time ago that I wanted. There was a lot of them. Had a lot of different music on them. And he actually had made copies of the originals and sent them to me and charged me well over $100 and something dollars, $130 for them. When I got them, and I immediately saw they were copies, and I wrote them. That's a copyright infringement. And I took pictures of them and sold them, sent them to eBay and everything else. They immediately shut his account right down and went to PayPal, and PayPal did immediately get my money back at that particular time. No, eBay you pay before. You always have to pay on eBay. OfferUp, you would probably get, most likely you'd meet somebody, then pay them. Or you can pay right there with OfferUp too. You don't pay later. Yeah, nobody sends anything anymore. Well, I'm gonna call him tomorrow, Ken, but problem is, like I said, trying to get to a real person is tough. I'm gonna try to call one of the local UPS stores and see if I can get somebody there to help me, hopefully, and see if that'll do any good. And let them know, and maybe they can do something. But according to the voice recording, they can't help you. You have to do this claim thing online. And when people ain't got, if people don't have a computer, they're screwed. Really. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got to give them all kinds of personal information, your name, address, all that kind of stuff. Make a name and password and all kinds of crap to sign into UPS, and it's just a bunch of hogwash bullcrap just to be able to file a complaint that you didn't get a package. It is just ridiculous, ridiculous. Just more nonsense, and I mean they make it harder for you. Because they figure, well, if it's something that's only $5 or $10, you just say to hell with it. And then they don't have to deal with it. I mean, it's more and more, it's the way it is. Just that these businesses make things harder and harder to deal with them. I really don't particularly like OfferUp at all. I really don't. Everything I've seen on there, I've seen so many bogus stuff on OfferUp, so many scams going on there. I don't even look at it anymore. It looked okay, but man, I tell you what, when I was looking for the campers, I saw the same camper listed 4 or 5 times on OfferUp. Many times, many different ones. They were obviously scams. And I couldn't trust them after that. Then when you do a scan for, say you want to look for within 30 miles, I was getting 5 states away from me. So their filtering is crap. I'd say I don't want to stay within 30 miles or 50 miles or whatever of my area. And I was getting campers in Georgia, Alabama, all over the place, Illinois, everywhere. So I just thought the program was crap. So I wasn't very impressed with them at all. And I wrote at least 5 people on OfferUp about campers. Never one reply. Never once did I get a reply. So I can't really say that I'm a fan of OfferUp at all. When I first saw it, I said, "Hey, this thing looks pretty cool. Looks like I could find some good stuff there, you know?" No, I wrote the same guy, and one guy probably was within just a couple miles of me on one of the campers, and I actually kinda knew some of his family. Never replied. And I bet money he sold the camper already because it was listed like 2 years ago, but he didn't do the decent thing and take it off. He just didn't bother to answer anybody. I've never seen that recon. Usually when I got things from an auction, I was always required to pay up front. I don't know where you're seeing that unless they changed their policy or something, but I always had to pay before they sent it. Always. I've never been able to pay after I received it. So I'm not sure where you're seeing that. I'll have to look at that myself, but they might have changed it. But I've been on eBay for over 25 years, and I've never, ever, and I've bought hundreds of things from eBay. Never have I been told that I could pay later. I always had to pay up front. And I have PayPal too. I mean, I even have a PayPal credit card, which is owned by eBay. But I always had to pay right up front. Everything I just got for the camper, a lot of it was on eBay. I had to pay right up front. I never had the option to pay later. Yeah. But did you get on eBay itself and look? I mean, Google may not be producing the right information. I would look at eBay's policy itself. Hmm. I'll have to take a look at that. I remember recently looking somewhere where it said PayPal pay later. I've never seen that before. I did see that, but I didn't click it. But that may be what they're referring to, where you can pay later. But I've never done it. I'm just saying I've never done it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I've never had that option. I've always had to pay for it right up front before they even shipped it. And when I've sold on eBay, and I sold a bunch of stuff on eBay myself, I never ship nothing until somebody pays me. No way. Too liable to get screwed. But eBay is supposed to have that policy where, if you order something on eBay and you don't get it or whatever, eBay is supposed to actually refund your money. East Bay, yeah. Another rip-off of eBay, I guess. Somebody just trying to monopolize another place like eBay by using their name. Probably get a typo typing East Bay and people go there. It may be Recon. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look it up and see. Because there's really been times that I've got stuff I'd rather have paid for after I received it, especially if it was something used. I'd like to have been able to see what I was getting before I paid it. Yeah, they do. But sadly, you could send the real McCoy and still say it's a fake. You know, Eh, it's hard. It's hard to do that. I mean, it's excuse me. When you buy on eBay, it's buyer beware. You buy as is, parts, used stuff, whatever. Ask for more pictures. That's what you do. You ask for more pictures and hope and pray you get what you wanted. If not, then you always look on the end and it says whether they accept returns or not. Well, if they don't accept returns, then you may not want to buy it. If they accept returns, then hey, you don't have nothing to lose. Then you can send it back. It's about time. It's been a long time with that accident there. Right when you get home, we're going offline anyway. Yeah, we got about a minute left, so I wouldn't hurry, Recon, if I were you. The only thing I've never been able to sell on eBay is paintings. eBay is probably one of the worst places for an artist to sell their artwork. I don't care what anybody says. It's unless you want to give it away. It's one of the worst places to sell artwork. Now, if you're selling a painting like that's actually worth money, that has provenance, like Van Gogh or something like that, you could probably sell it on eBay for a lot of money, or a Picasso or whatever. But a lot of the other noted artists and whatever, nope, they just don't sell worth a hoot. I've looked many, many times, seen some beautiful paintings on there, and nobody buying them at all. So it costs them money, to put them up like that after a while. It's not worth selling them. Tractor trailer ran off the highway into the woods. Wow. Well, I guess you'll be talking to yourself then, Recon, because I'm fixing to shut her down. It's 10 o'clock now, so we're getting close to shutting her down. Sorry to hear that you got stuck in traffic. If you had stopped at Taco Bell, you could have at least stopped and ate a taco or two while you were stopped. That would have been the thing to do. You could have had some dinner while you was having to wait through all that traffic. I'm going to shut down and go get me some more coffee and then probably go to bed after a while. And probably just get more aggravated about UPS. Just annoys me. You did? You made homemade tacos? Yeah. I make them here all the time too. Good night, Trinity. I love you. Have a good night, sweetie. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Good night, Ken. Have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you coming. We might as well go ahead and say goodnight to everybody. Grilled cheese tonight, Recon. Hey, those are all right, but, I'd get a cheap can of ravioli to have with it. It's always one of my favorites, something so simple. Okay. I'm not sure why, but okay. No problem. Let's see. Recon, have a good night, buddy. Stay safe, buddy. Take care of yourself. And thanks for coming on. Good night, Velvet. Stay safe. We'll talk to you later. And have a good night. And anybody else that's listening, I hope you have a good night and come back to the live tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe and good night. God bless.